Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
One and all. Yeah, this is a serious time, and we all know that. My name is Sister Aisha, Loving Aisha, Marilyn Hodge. I'm the CEO and the president of Jail Youth Development Initiative. And along with me, I have my sister, who will introduce herself.
All right, giving thanks to the Most High, I would like to acknowledge everyone who's present and why we are here. I am Shalima Edwards, and I'm the president of UMOJA Caribbean Union. This is in conjunction with JYDI and what Aisha, well, I have to add this for Aisha's sake because she is also the West Area representative for UCU, that's UMOJA Caribbean Union. And we also have an East Area representative. When you think about your natural right, born to be free, there's always something to keep in mind. Being free, there's a responsibility for order, for accountability. Otherwise, we'll have chaos in the place. So today, at this meeting, we are very pleased to have our honorable brother, Elder Mario Moorhead, who's going to enlighten us with information that I know he has been broadcasting for a good while regarding the reapportionment, regarding the legislature.
Thank you, Madam President. And my General, beautiful Aisha, I thank the Queens for having the foresight to bring us together, and hopefully we all leave with a better understanding of what role we could play in having a better government for us all. Good afternoon and welcome one and all.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
I think I will begin by telling you that there exists some long-time fairy tales about government that seem to be in place for no other reason than to keep the lay person confused and not able to understand how the government works and what role they can play in helping themselves as a part of government. It might surprise you, but it is time that we all recognize that the word, the term, the language, democracy is used to mamagayas. In a democracy, if you could find one, and I dare you to look hard, there is no need for representatives. The very meaning of democracy is people's government. You do not need to have somebody to represent you. that is representative government, a republic. In a democracy, you need no representatives because it is direct government. And that is the reason there are no democracies. It is a principle that can work in small groups. It's a small organization, even a governing board in government could be democratic, meaning that everybody takes part in every decision, every policy that is made. So you can see why there's no democracy in the world. Because for every policy, for every law, for every position the government would want to execute, they would have to have an election. Because in a democracy, there are no representatives. You represent yourself. And therefore, no action could be taken on any measure without every single person participating. There are no democracies. I can't put it no other way than to tell you it is from really the beginning of the last century. It occurred to some politicians that democracy is a very appealing word. People like it. It was used to have America enter World War I. It was a President Wilson who declared to all the citizens they were entering World War I to save democracy. What democracy were? But we all went along. And to this day, Americans feel themselves bigger than anybody else on the planet because we live in a democracy. It's a big fallacy. We live in a republic. You don't have to take my word for it. Search any of the organic documents of the United States of America. The Declaration of Independence. Go through it line by line if you so choose. You will never find the word democracy. The most profound of the organic documents, the Constitution of the United States of America. Again, go through it line by line, word by word. You will not find democracy. And we are so mamagai that even though we read in Article 4, Section 4 of the same U.S. Constitution that the country is a republic, right there in black and white, we still allow the politicians to tell us it's a democracy. It is a republic. A republic is a form of government where the people, the residents, the citizens, by vote, elect people to represent them in government. You do not directly represent yourself. That's why it's not a democracy. But because it is a republic, because it is a representative government, it is important. Matter of fact, it is essential that you have some measure of control over the people you choose to represent you. In no other walk of life, you're going to have somebody to represent you. And they do and say what they want. Nothing tall can go so. You will pull them up immediately. It's like, hey, we're doing. Me send you here to do that. But when it comes to government, because of our confused concept of how things work, we're not sure that we could pull up our representatives. And most importantly, it is like riding a horse. If you ride in a horse and you don't have a bridle, you don't have a bit in the horse mouth, you think you could control a horse? You might be good enough that you could control it, but most people will not be able to. That is what is known as check and balance in representative government. The harness, the bridle, the bit in the mouth that controls the animal. You go to a horse race, a jockey is 100 pounds. The horse is 1,000 pounds. But because of the check and balance, that bridle, those reins, that bit in the horse mouth, that 100-pound jockey could control that 1,000-pound animal. This is the concept of check and balance. So that in representative government, you have the ability to exercise some measure of control over the people you have chosen to represent you. This is not a fantasy of mine. I'm doing my best to explain to you that this is how government works around the world. Not just in the Caribbean, not just in the Western Hemisphere, but around the world.